Hello, everybody. My name is Eduardo Monteagudo, and this is a presentation of the digital resource that I have produced for the subject of further training on disciplinary knowledge of foreign languages within the Masters of Secondary Education Teaching of the UNIR University of La Rioja. The title of my digital resource is Exercise the Conditionals, and it's meant to explain the conditionals, the 4 types of different conditionals that we find in English, to a classroom of 3rd year of the secondary compulsory education in Spain, and the level, or for the level of lower intermediate, which will be a corresponding level, but with some cases within the classroom of some students that are lagging behind, they're having more difficulties understanding some of the concepts, especially these conditionals that present quite a challenging structure, with the 2 sentences having different tenses of verbs depending on the situation that we are expressing the conditional. This is the context, and the platform that I used for designing this resource was Genially. And here's what I have done. Okay, here we go. This is called Exercise the Conditionals, the aesthetics and the conceptual line. I tried to make it to the taste of young students of this age. It starts with a brief presentation of how do we usually find the conditionals in English, with the 2 clauses, the if clause and the result, and how we find 4 different types. And the conditional types are firstly their name, then there's the simplified structure of how they are, in which tenses we find the verbs, what do they express. The pseudo-conditional, for example, expresses facts and habits. There are some animations, and the situations that are the choice of the examples given. They're all within how exercise is good for you, and you should do it as often as possible. Like the first conditional, the explanation, the structure, the example, they all fall in the same conceptual line. Then the third conditional is a bit more complex. So as the explanation of the conditionals have a degree of complexity as we go from the 0 to the 3rd. Kind of the same thing happens with the practical part of the activity, where some questions have to be answered, and there is the reward offered of a medal that could be a side project, something that could be produced in the classroom as an alternative or as a complementary activity to this resource. But these questions are presented here as an example, but they offer a structure that could be scaled up in terms of degrees of difficulty. The first 2 questions deal with the first conditionals, more simple. The second set of questions are with a little more complex. So we have an opportunity to include more questions, making it a little harder. Then there are some true or false questions that can also give a different perspective for the students. Then once we collect the results like this, it gives us an opportunity. The reward, that of course the intention is that every student gets the medal, and all of them pass the activity and get to learn the conditionals. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much. for your attention. Goodbye.